Russell knows I'm not particularly religious.
We love you too.
We love you anyway. I made a joke on my show the other day. It was about something unrelated, but maybe this would be the first year I'd go to church. And I got 10 feet in, and a woman over here stopped me and she said, "Brandi, you know this counts as church, right?" So I guess I did go to church for the first time. I'll tell you, I've experienced a few firsts. I used to work in TV news in Seattle. I do an independent show now, but I've been covering protests in this city for 15 years, going back to the Occupy movement, through BLM, through what we saw in 2020, and I've experienced a few firsts today. First time I've ever heard protesters chant SPD in a good way.
SPD, 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 SPD.
That does not happen. That does not happen. Second first, I have never seen Antifa so truly defeated. They're super sad out there. Super sad. The third first, and this is the most important, I have never been at a protest in 15 years where I did not hear speakers utter one word of hate, one word of judgment, make one call to violence. I have never experienced a crowd with the absolute happiness as the crowd right here. You have no idea how weird it is for me to stand on a stage and have people chant Jesus all around here. Super strange. I did want to talk briefly about the media and the coverage that happened over the weekend. I used to work with all these people. I like a lot of them personally. I was incredibly disappointed by the coverage and what happened over the weekend and the way that they treated all of you. And I'll tell you, I'm not a Christian, but I know the difference between right and wrong. I know the difference between a truth and a lie. You know what I don't see here? I don't see right-wing extremists. I don't see bigots. And I don't see, what do the Times call it? Fascist family values. And I hope the media takes that seriously, because what it's going to do is fan the flames of division and violence as we head into the 5th anniversary of the worst political violence this city has ever seen. Speaking of violence, none of it in here, but there's been some outside by the people preaching tolerance and love. I want to point out two friends of mine, Ari and Ari. Can you wave? I talk a lot about hypocrisy. Both of them were born men, decided at some point in their lives to transition to identify as women. Both of them have since detransitioned. And both of them were just assaulted by the people outside. That is not love, and it's not tolerance. And so I hope that that is captured captured by our friends in the media. And I want you all to know, I've had my producers up here somewhere, Nicole. Oh, and Jason Rance is here. I had heart palpitations all morning because I personally went through a lot in the summer of 2020 during the riots on Capitol Hill. And I felt over the weekend the same atmosphere brewing, the same hate, the same anger, the same vitriol. What you guys are doing tonight, I think will stop that in its tracks. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being peaceful. Thank you for supporting SPD. Keep it up.
Well, give it up for Brandi.